I'm Melissa Chartrand here with Lucy Loomis, and for many of our viewers, you may know Lucy as the director of Sturgis LIbrary, but I'm pleased to welcome you today, Lucy, as our featured artwork on loan artist here at Town Hall.
Thank you so much.
I am thrilled. Your work is just beautiful. You have such beautiful photography, and I'm excited to talk to you about it.
Great.
Tell me first, has this been a lifelong passion of yours?
It hasn't really. I always took pictures of my kids and my cat and the relatives, but just about 3 years ago I decided to get a new camera, and I took a picture of Barnstable Harbor and it came out fantastic, and it's sort of I got the bug, and then I just started taking a lot of photographs and really learning a lot about the craft, and so here we are.
Here we are. I know you said you did, I think so much of it is reading everything you possibly can about it, communicating with others, but also taking lots and lots of pictures. And I think in something I read, it says now you don't go anywhere without your camera.
I don't, though I have to say my poor digital, expensive camera is getting a little neglected since I have an iPhone and I'm doing a lot of eye photography, but I do both. So I'm addicted to Instagram, like a lot of people online, and it's just, I think, as long as you have some kind of camera, whether it's an iPhone or a point and shoot or an expensive piece of equipment, then you won't miss a shot. So.
And do you have a favorite subject or favorite place to take pictures?
I take photos all over the Cape. I've got one of Sandwich, one of Barnstable Harbor, Craigville Beach, and Centerville. I really like capturing the small details of things. Something, you might walk past a tree that has 3 birds in it, but the silhouette against the sky kind of intrigued me, or people walking through the fog, and just those little details that I think I get a little lost in big landscapes. So sometimes I'll even take pictures of peeling paint or something like that.
Those small things, and you're also intrigued by light as well.
I am.
Daytime and evening.
Right. I mean, this one is really captured just the light of the water rather than the actual, maybe the light and shape rather than the actual literal piece of water, but that's what the lens on the camera does to the light, so it's pretty fantastic.
I see. And the process, when you take a photo, as you say, it's not necessarily you're going out to it, it's almost as if the situation is there begging for you to take that picture.
It's I don't know what happens, and probably other photographers and artists have the same experience, but you start seeing in a different way. You really, your vision changes, and you see things that you haven't seen before. And the thing I love more than anything else is the people around you start spotting things that you're sort of known for taking pictures of. So that's kind of fun too. I see a lot of hearts and things, so I get people taking pictures of hearts, and like you see a rock that's shaped like a heart or a flower, and so now they're posting them on Facebook and putting my name on them, saying, flower love or rock love. So that's kind of fun.
That is. And speaking of the online community, let's talk about that and the photography and what you've learned and how you've connected.
I got online and I just started reading everything, in addition to taking books out of the library, of course. I connected with a group of women called Shutter Sisters. They have a couple of books out, and they're women from all over the world that do all kinds of photography. They invite you to submit your photographs so that they can post them on their blog. They have learning sessions all year round. I also became part of a group of 9 women called Mortal Muses, and we started a blog where, again, we feature photography from women and men, and essays and things like that. I have my own blog. Do one with my sister and my niece. I do a lot on Flickr and Instagram, so there's a lot of connections that you can make where you learn a lot about the craft of photography, but it's also about what other people are doing. That's really terrific.
And can be quite inspiring, I imagine.
It is. It's wonderful.
Now, I know that it's based on the amount of photos you've taken. It's hard to say, do you have a favorite, but do you have a favorite?
It depends on the week.
Okay.
I have to say that this one, September Sea, is one of the most viewed and most reposted online. I have one of a street in Harwich called Happy Way that's just a street sign that I added a little smiley face to, but people don't really know that. That's been reposted that's another thing that happens. Sometimes people repost them without your permission, but to me, at this point in my career, I find it flattering. So I have one in the other room called Indian Summer. That's just a picture of an oar in a pond that I really, really like. I like the fog ones a lot because there's a little bit of mystery to those. So.
Sure. And how about when others look at the photos and what they take from that? If you've taken it and you felt one way, how do you feel on those other reactions?
You know, I think it's interesting. There's some that I'm not that crazy about that people go, wow, that's fantastic, and others that I just am thrilled about that I get no reaction at all. So I think art is very personal. I've learned that, and I don't take it personally if people aren't crazy about it, but it's exciting if they are. So.
Sure. And how much, when you bring your photos in, how much of the process when you work do you alter them at all, or?
A little bit. I don't really add or subtract anything from them. I crop them sometimes a little bit, but I try to do most of that in the camera. I add some filters that give some certain colors, but I don't, take a tree out or replace the sky or anything like that. I did do some work with textures where you layer a texture over photos. I did a lot of that at the beginning. I don't do that too much anymore. Once in a while. I've learned some other techniques that I like a little bit more, but I still like some of that texture work that people are doing. It's very interesting.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
And now when you blog, you write about just the experience or the photo itself?
What I tend to do is take a series of photos on a theme or at a place. We went to Hancock Shaker Village a few months ago, and I took a series of photos of the Shaker Village that I thought were really interesting. So I'll post sort of a photo essay with a little bit of wording, but not too much. And mostly the photos speak for themselves. So.
Sure they do. And let's go back to this one that you like, the September Sea. Tell me about this, what it makes so special for you.
I like that the water, it's abstract, but also if you stand back from it, you can certainly tell exactly what it is. I like this little effect back here, which is called, it's B-O-K-E-H, bokeh, or bokeh, depending on how you like to pronounce it, that people either love or they hate in a photograph. And I like how the front sort of looks like champagne. The water has that kind of liquidy, molten metal kind of feel to it. So, and the reflection of the water in the sand.
Yeah, it's just beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, I know that our guests to Town Hall will enjoy your photos that are both on display here in the Selectmen's conference room as well as in the Town Hall hearing room. And we're fortunate that they were on display through October. So I'm hoping that halfway through, we might have a whole new series of photos of yours that we can swap out and hang.
I've got an exhibit happening right now at the South Yarmouth Library, a small exhibit there, so I'm going to pull those at the end of the month, and I'll bring some of those over.
Well, that's good. We look forward to that. Before we go, Lucy, let's tell our viewers where they can check out some of your work and take a peek at that blog as well.
They can look at my blog. It's no www. It's Little Light Reading, all one word, .blogspot.com. They can look for Lucy Loomis on Flickr. They can look at my Facebook page and ask to be my friend or whatever they want to do.
Sure, they can come and see you also at the Sturgis Library. So much going on there all the time.
Right.
Well, Lucy, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And again, to our viewers, please come while you're here at Town Hall, whether it to be for a meeting or simply just that you have to come and, I don't know, visit the clerk's office or pay your tax bill. Be sure to come up and take a look at the beautiful artwork of Lucy Loomis, the beautiful photographs of Lucy Loomis. I'm Melissa Chartrand, wishing you an artful day.